Hello and welcome to ESLX 167. My name is Cheyenne. Today we're going to be learning about do questions. And to start our lesson, let's get a good example. Next slide. So he was talking to one person. So that is the singular form of you. So do you, and what's the verb? Love. Who? Me. Do you love me? So that is, do can be kind of difficult because it's an irregular verb. So instead of following the same formula throughout, you see these red words over here? That is the he, she, it form. So what we just heard is the regular form of do. So do you love me? So let's go through this one time. I know everybody here has already studied this because you had it for homework last class. So I do, right? So that is if you're answering. Now, if you're asking, it's do I? So we're going to do this backwards. Do you, which is the question from the song. Now, does he? Does she? Does it? Do we? Do you? Meaning more than one person. Do they? They do. Really? Yes. So let's get an example of the irregular. Now, this one starts off using reduced speech, and I'll point that out when it appears.
So, you want to go to the Sadie Hawkins Day dance with me?
Right there. Did you hear that? She said, so, you want to go. That entire thing is slang. The do is implied. It's omitted. So by implied, it means like it's not there, but you know it's supposed to be. And then omitted means that it's left out. Just like leaving something out when you're telling someone something is still lying, even if you're not actually saying a distruth. Omission. That's for another class, though. So that's a reduction. But he still understood what she said, even though she didn't say do. So, as do is an irregular verb, the last song, when he's saying, do you love me? Now she's talking about him. She's talking about him. She's not talking to him. So she's saying, does he love me? I want to know. Notice how in the beginning of the song, that's the only time when she says, does he love me? I want to know. The rest of the song, she's saying if. If you want to know if he loves you so, not if you want to know, does he love you so, and why? Possibly because it's easier to sing that way. But I don't know. And on to the next slide, please. Pretty please. So answering questions. Hold on, we'll go back to that slide actually. Go to the end.
Babs, it's a date. All right.
So at the beginning of the song, she asks him if he'll go out with her to the dance. And she was left hanging in uncertainty. So by the end of the song, she had persuaded him to go to the dance. He didn't say yes. He didn't say absolutely or sure. He said, it's a date. So that's another way, a more complex way to answer someone. So I'll give another example of that. Let's say you're selling hats and you're selling a hat for $10 and someone says that they have five, right? and you say, I can't do 5, I can do 8. They say, I have 750. You say, it's a deal. So that's another way, but that's really complex. If you don't get it now, save it and listen to it at the end of the semester, and you'll feel great about yourself. Okay, so let's get to some simple answers. The most basic answers that you can give or receive for a do question would be yes, no, and maybe. So those would be a yes is an affirmative, a no is negative, and maybe is uncertainty. So some other answers for yes, absolutely. For negative, absolutely not. And then uncertainty, possibly. Affirmative, sure. Sure thing. Negative, not really. Uncertainty, perhaps. And then affirmative. Now this one's seen as kind of lazy. Yeah. If you go to court, they won't let you say yeah. They won't put that on the record. They'll make you say yes. So yeah is informal, and that's affirmative. Nah, that's negative, and it is also informal. Affirmative, okay. And what would be the opposite of that? Nope. Let's see. What else do we have? We won't do the entire list today.